ask Gary to come forward and present on behalf of the Federation of Agriculture.
Morning. Nice to see a bunch of friendly faces. Some I recognize, some I don't. Willing to talk later. It's nice to see a bunch of people out in person without having cats jump on their shoulders or dogs barking in the background. One thing I wanted to do on my first in-person meeting is, am I on mute? I can't. So as we've been doing the last couple of years. So welcome and thank you for inviting me to speak on this very important topic. My name is Gary Martin, and I'm currently the president of the Lambton Federation of Agriculture. I farm on the south end of Lambton County. The LFA was formed in 1941 to work on a local level to represent the voice of the farmer in Lambton County on issues relating to their farm operations, while bridging the issues relating to the farm operations while bridging with the community and other sectors and partners and service providers. We're on the grow. This year, supporting 1,942 farm families, and in 2021 we supported 1,927. Our mantra is to advance agriculture and the rural community through partnerships, education, and advocacy. Energy and the environment will be dominating the discussion in the years to come, and I'd like to think that the second largest industry in Lambton County should have a seat at the table in those discussions. The Ontario Federation of Agriculture acknowledges that the climate change is happening and that it represents a real threat to agricultural production and the livelihoods of Ontario farmers. Changes in our climate are already occurring as a result of rising global temperatures. This is resulting in an increased frequency of extreme weather events and higher variability and instability in seasonal cycles that directly affects our ability to manage our crops efficiently. We also recognize climate change as a global challenge requiring action and investment from governments, communities, business, and individuals. Circling back to our mantra, the LFA is specifically looking to increase partnerships, education, advocacies with the government, communities, businesses, and individuals in the county and Ontario-wide on solutions towards the proposed goal of reducing greenhouse gas emissions towards net zero. The government has chosen to commit to achieve net zero by 2050, and they have brought forward a few programs to achieve that in the agricultural sector. The federal government has provided funding through the On-Farm Climate Action Fund and the Agricultural Clean Technology Program, helping farmers to adopt more sustainable practices such as cover crops, rotational grazing, and fertilizer management. Or the second program was to purchase more energy efficient equipment. Other provinces such as British Columbia have also programs that specifically promote best management practices for livestock and manure management, soil conservation, and carbon sequestration. Energy conservation, fuel switching, as well as on-farm energy production. Quebec is also receiving funding for researching environmental sustainability and clean technologies funded by the Federal Agri-Science Program. Ontario also conducts its own successful environmental farm plan program through the Ontario Soil and Crop Improvement Association. Communities, they need to realize the mix that different factors contribute towards greenhouse gases. In Canada, in 2019, for instance, agriculture in either Canada or the US contribute 10% of greenhouse gas emissions. Comparing that to electrical generation, it contributes 8% in Canada, 25% in the US. Transportation contributes 25% or 29% in the US. Heavy industry, including oil and gas, contributes 37% or 23% in the US. Buildings contribute 12% or 13% in the US. Individual farmers are natural managers of the carbon and nitrogen cycles on their farm through fuel and fertilizer, and there's a lot of opportunity for agriculture to be a leader in fighting climate change. The best solutions will be the ones developed by those farmers. The individual farmer will have to bear the brunt of the cost to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions inherent in industry, and that is why we need the supports from government and the marketplace. It is important for the agriculture sector to do their part in reducing emissions, and we know that we have a responsibility. As I said earlier, heavy industry and transportation are larger contributors to overall emissions, and therefore have a greater emissions reduction potential in a shorter amount of time. Agriculture is a primary industry, rural-based, and has less access to supports than other sectors receive. So I'd ask for a gentler touch towards the push for net zero. We would also welcome partnerships with industry on providing feedstocks to help them reduce their emissions. Thank you for your time.